Okay, so here's my next video memo this week. Last week I touched on sequential content, like creating content that works in sequence, leading one to the next, and following the buyer's journey, not just some general message about like, watch the next video or whatever, or here's more on how the product works, but piquing interest, answering questions, handling objections, raising confidence, all in a sequence. And obviously there are other points you can cover too. But a question that's come up, and sometimes you assume that some piece of knowledge is known, or that this is a known thing. But what's interesting, so this I want to do just sort of a very brief talk on how to use video, right? So a lot of times we think a nice video for the website, or we think we should have a product video with each of our products, so that wherever they go, then there'll be a video for the product. These things are definitely true. But here's a couple of ideas just building off of that sequential strategy that I mentioned last week. There's a three-pronged attack that you can use when you do sequential videos like that. Number one, first, marketing. Marketing is the tip of that spear. This is where the magic really happens. This is where you garner that reach that you're going to bring in, and your salespeople are going to be able to work with, and your biz dev people and all this sort of stuff. So number one, it works very well as a drip campaign, where you start to drip out the content. You've got to pique that interest. You got to answer those questions, handle reservations, build confidence, sometimes just to get them into the sales cycle, right? And then secondarily, that same content should be in the hands. That same sequence of content should be in the hands of your salespeople. So when they're working their pipeline, right? These are existing reaches, and maybe you have tens of thousands of existing reaches, or whatever you have. And they can individually, curatedly hand out in a short, succinct email, same word twice. They can send out a specific video in sequence for wherever that prospect is in that buyer's journey, wherever they are on those sequence of sales steps, so they have the right piece of ammunition at the right time. Now, third, right? So here's the thing. Then you do have video for the site, but what we're really paying attention to here, we're really paying attention to the prospect experience, the client or prospect experience. What are they experiencing when they come to your website, right? Are they finding that there's so many places they could go that they don't know where to start? Or are they finding that the language is too high level and it's all about the passion of the company and how wonderful the company is and how long you've been around, that they can't quite find their own way to what they need, right? So this is where you use that same sequenced content to guide them through your website information, to guide them through page by page or what have you, so they get their interest piqued on the front page. And then they maybe are directed to a product. They click on product, suddenly they get a deeper explanation, right? And so now they're wondering, well, okay, so I get it, that's how it works, what should I do next? Well, the website itself should guide them to that next piece of video and more information. Whether you could have PDF, you could have different items for them to look at, but you should have a video that addresses reservations, specific challenges, or concerns that they might have. They go, well, I'm not sure for this. Have a page that they're led to that dedicates to that. And then finally, build their confidence. Okay, good. Now my objections are, where should I go next? Well, click here. Okay, they click there. Now what's on that page? Maybe your white papers, maybe your case studies, maybe your testimonials, and a video, case study. You should really have multiple testimonials. These are live shoots. This is where you call that client and you go, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Johnson, or Ms. Johnson, may we send a team to collect your excellent success story with us, because we really appreciate you as a client and we're so happy about this, And good, then Richter goes out, we video that, we create a beautiful piece. Good, now you have testimonial, animated case study, right? And this whole super confidence site, right? So 3 prongs, same content, 3 prongs. Marketing, using it as drip. Sales, hammering that pipeline, using it at the right time. Website, guiding them through, right? So there's these different areas. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit long on my message here, but I wanted to, here's how video is used. And there are many, many other avenues to use video, but those are some key strategic ones that are extremely effective. Okay, that's it for this week.